inspired me to become a druid. She's an elder now, but in her youth, she came here to study the fauns. She learned so much about them, how they interact and how clever they are. Her love of fauns became mine. The truth is, until she came here, no one knew much about fauns. They were mainly seen as cunning pests. She was the first druid to really delve into how the herds worked. I believe her efforts resulted in fewer faun deaths and deeper understanding. I know what you're thinking. How did a wood elf become a Stone Lord druid? I wasn't satisfied with just following the Green Pact. It wasn't enough. So I came to Galen to find myself. Turns out I fell right in with the Stone Law Circle. They were the only ones who would talk to me at first. The other circles don't like outsiders. Even now, they struggle to accept that I'm one of them. Still, I've gotten good at convincing the Elder Tide not to attack me. And having Moer helps. There was an incident with his herd. The guards outside Vastir thought that the local fauns were attacking them. They weren't. Still, Moher was the only survivor. Faun herds are close-knit families. They wouldn't just accept an outsider, especially not one who's small or weak. Still, Moher helps me convince stubborn outsiders that fauns aren't terrible creatures. He's like an ambassador to Man and Mer. I'm probably more like a bossy sister. We get along, but he still tries to irk me when he's bored. I keep him out of danger, but I can't control him. Especially at this age. He's more rebellious than I was in my youth. The wolf pack's usual prey was decimated by a blight last season, so they came here to hunt. They're starting with smaller prey, but it's only natural for them to hunt the fauns next. I want to keep that from happening. Hey, I'm a druid. Knowing this kind of nature stuff is sort of part of the job description. Those seeds grow exceedingly fast and produce berries that Moher loves. Wolves, on the other hand, hate the way they smell. Just a whiff makes them run. Haven't you heard? You are what you eat. After a few meals, the fauns will smell like the berries. Plus, I had these seeds infused with magic. They'll sprout when you plant them. The fauns will have plenty to eat and the wolves will leave them be.
Neat.
Great work. Let me see how it's growing. These berries are growing in nicely. They'll be ready for the fauns in no time.
no choice. What are they thinking? May your bones serve better.
This spot is even nicer than I expected. Let me check on the berries. Oh, these sure grew in nicely. No, look how happy Mohair is.
I will watch over you. A very deserving find.
Younger fawns play up here. They'll love these berries. Yes! The fruit is starting to bud. How exciting! Let's regroup outside Fawn's thicket. Leave the herd to find the berries on their own. Mohair is really excited. He kept running to each of the berry plants and back to me. I'm pretty sure there are more brambles in his fur than I've ever seen before. You made this little fawn very happy. And the herd too, I suspect. Did you hear that fawn's joyful bray? Happy fawns are hungry fawns, and they'll discover the plants soon enough. Once the berries become part of their diet, the wolves will leave them alone. Here, my purse isn't large, but you helped save this herd. Thank you again for your help. I can't abide preventable deaths, but now I won't have to imagine fawns like little Mohair here getting gobbled up by a hungry wolf. As safe as anything that lives in the wild can be. Mohair and I will come check on the herd every now and then to see how they're getting along. Plant a few more berries if necessary. No. The fawns and wolves need some time to settle in. If we stayed and observed, then I'd be more likely to intervene too early. We'll stay in the area, but I won't check on the herd for a while. Mohair will let me know if something goes wrong. He let me know when the herd was frightened of the wolves. I don't know if he caught a scent or if he heard the fawns call from far away. Fawns are miraculous creatures. Did you know they have magic? Huh, I learn something new about them every day. We were thinking about heading toward Vastir. There's always newcomers there to educate about fawns. Besides, it's been a while since we visited the Vine District, and there are some folks who'd love to see how big Mohair's getting. All right, Mohair. Want to say goodbye to the herd before we leave? I keep hoping he'll rejoin a herd, but he always comes back to me.
Move!
Sala hold life to you once more, friend.
Everyone celebrates the new life their own way. I do so love the variety. Khajiit of Ralka honor their trickster god Rajin with the trial of five-clawed guile. Travel.
This one welcomes you to the trial of five-clawed guile. Celebrate the new life and pay your respects to Rachin all at once. Rachin once said, a lock is a pebble to be tossed from one's boot. Use your lockpicks to retrieve the contents of the nearby chests. Show you have as little regard for barriers as the mighty Rachin, and be quick about it.
My time is precious.
Rachin would applaud your swiftness. Though, what coins? You aren't the only one who honors Rachin. As you brought them to me, another retrieved the coins from your pocket and returned them to the chests. Such is how Ralka celebrates the new life, finding true wealth in our actions.
This one's good-for-nothing brother Monyat sleeps all day. But Raban is happy to help you.
Ah, you return from a land of grass and sweet rolls to one of snow and mead. What did Tumira ask you to do? Retrieve the coins from the chest, or from the victor's purse? No, don't tell me. I'll ask her when she visits.
Fragrant, as they say in this time.
Don't just repeat yourself, stupid bird. Help me. Oh, a tide of curses upon this feathered fiend and whatever dank corner of oblivion he flapped from. He owes his thanks to you, traveler. I was just about to kill him, even though he can't die. Exactly what I said. Supposedly, he's centuries old, but the only thing in his empty head are two riddles. They concern a long-lost treasure called the Gloom Lantern. I can't make sense of it, and neither could my crew. Tava guide their souls. Aye. We ran afoul of some dread sails while searching for the damned treasure. Kiko and I were the only survivors. Look, I want to find that treasure and avenge my crew, but I've no mind for riddles. Help me out, and I'll make it worth your while. You look the type to have solved a riddle or two. Now, to get that bird talking, you'll need to prompt him with the passphrase. It's from an old Abitian freebooter saying, no pray to hear his first riddle, no pay to hear the second. Legends call it the Gloom Lantern, some artifact stolen by pirates from the Deep Druids. It's said to shroud any ship in a thick veil of fog, hiding them from enemies. Sounds perfect for getting bloody revenge on the dread sails, doesn't it? The Elder Tide, maybe? You know how vague legends can be. It was stolen from druids and hidden away when they fought back. Someone must have taught Kiko the riddle so they could find the Gloom Lantern again. But I guess they never got around to it. Plundering, of course. My guess is he's been passed from ship to ship for some time on account of the curse keeping him alive. Almost makes you feel kind of bad for him. Almost. Well, I suppose that's my fault. When we took our last prize, I was reading through the ship's logs, as I like to do, and that's when I found Kiko's passphrase. The captain smelled treasure, and that was it. We were bound for the sisters. Kiko apparently belonged to some commodore whose fleet made berth in the sisters. Legend says this commodore meddled in some druid ritual and cursed his fleet to undeath, including his stupid bird here. Did you? Suppose that'd mean Kiko's mortal again. Well, I'll be a goblin's aunt. I'll be sure not to kick him around the way the captain used to. And I suppose we ought to listen to his riddles before I decide to pluck him and make a pillow. And why shouldn't I? Captain always told the crew that Kiko and I were equals on account of how brainless we both were. But I never promised to lead anyone to treasure, so you can guess which one of us got the better treatment. My crew? Of course. Been a pirate all my life, and they were the only people I had in the world. They were like family to me. Isn't this what you do for family? And Kiko keeps squawking out these riddles, so I can only guess he agrees.
Ah, your mother was a sloan! Sloan! Ah, no, pray! Pray! This half sleeps beneath the shade, in tangled roots of tunneled glade. A stream of fire cuts the trees, yet south of home for he who sees. Pay! Pay! The second piece is within reach, between vaster shores and wind-racked beach. Craft approached with spade in hand, eye the cauldron and turn the sand. Ah, sand!
Sounds like a load of nonsense, right? Here, let me write them down for you. Vaster shores and wind-racked... Huh. If you know you're heading, go on ahead. I'll keep an eye on the bird and we'll meet up with you soon. Papa's beak. There it is. Nobody would ever think to look there unless you had a keen mind for bird-brained riddles. One riddle down. That wasn't so hard. Maybe I was a little harsh on old Kiko. He's just doing what he was taught to, right? Not like he knows much else. Looks like a key? Or half of one, maybe? Never seen anything like it. Maybe we'll dig up the other half next. Tall Papa's breeches? I hope not. Though, I'll admit, it's a blessing having you here to help. Kiko must think so too. Look at him. He seems happier than I've seen him in ages.
Take no prisoners! No prisoners! Ah!
An inspired find, Tamid. To arms, Tamid! A potent find, Tamid. Spin and weave with Mafala's swiftness.
great work, but questions still remain. I shall return to my order and report all that has happened. We'll be together.
On the move.
Leave. And a cheek. The potential for health or harm.
Misters, anchor way the top of bay. We'll see my sisters, it's the sisters. Cause they tailends, the warmer spends, more kind to tails and whiskers. Be like friends, go to the end. Further love, my sweet sisters.
I will watch over you.
jumped at every whisper. The king kissed the end. See my sisters. So guide our hands to Dunmerlands and drinks and seal.
Treasure, yes? Treasure here! Treasure near!
Show me your claws! Good find, Tamid. Such potential from the veins of Nirni. A blessed bounty for potion making.
Pico! Treasure, yes? Treasure here! Treasure near!
Jumped at every whisper. The king kissed the end. See my sisters. So guide our hands to Dunmerlands and drinks that seal from
There it is! Just like the riddle said! Well, we're 2 riddles further than we were at the start of all this, thanks to you. What's next? A key! But to what? Show it to Kiko. Maybe he's got another riddle for us. More was 4 hands. I really didn't think we'd get this far. I'm glad you came along when you did.